Hi everyone, welcome to your latest Planning Outlook updated on Thursday evening the 5th of March. It's fair to say it's a mixed weather pattern that will prevail through the weekend and beyond, with westerly winds still bringing various weather systems in off the Atlantic, so no real sign of generally settling down for any length of time for the moment. Temperatures up and down in the short term, but there's indications that much of next week could just fall back into a chilly westerly regime with mountain terrain frozen and some snow and hail again frequently coming in from the west. Let's see how that looks on the temperature profile, and this is at 850 millibars between around 1200 and say 1400 metres elevation at this time. And for Friday we're seeing temperatures around -4 or so at that level, and terrain frozen then above around 600 metres, maybe lifting a bit in the afternoon. Onwards into Friday night and Saturday, and we gradually see a warm front moving in off the Atlantic, which will lift temperatures and freezing levels through the course of the day, so that by Saturday afternoon we may well be a degree or so above freezing, even to the highest tops in Scotland. Quite short-lived though, because a cold front comes in from the west on the Saturday night into early Sunday, and those temperatures and freezing levels will again drop, so that by Sunday daytime you're back to a temperature again around -4 on the very highest tops in Scotland. Onwards then into the start of next week, and we see most likely another push of a warm sector coming in around Monday. Uncertainty how far north this one does get, but again likely to see at least a period of temperatures being above zero, even towards higher tops, especially in England and Wales. Then onwards through the middle part of next week, most indications hanging on to a generally cold westerly flow, and that will take us really through the middle and second half of the week, so higher mountains staying sub-zero much of the time, even down across England and Wales, although we will occasionally get some pushes of less cold air trying to come in, but on balance it looks as though the week as a whole it goes back to something of a chilly westerly regime. So, yeah, some thawing of the lying snow across the Highlands in the next day or so, but the longer range outlook still suggests that a good amount of that snow is going to be around for a good while to come just yet, which is good news for those wanting to get out and enjoy the winter conditions for a bit longer. Charts for the next few days then. Friday, here we go, with low pressure toward the north, quite a slack pattern across the British Isles, with a westerly breeze just strengthening a touch across western Scottish mountains through the day. Some showers of snow and hail on higher terrain, a bit of rain at lower levels, particularly in the afternoon. Most of the showers focused around western regions, and in Scotland, as that front just edges in, might become a bit more persistent with time. Now, the weekend was giving us confusion a couple of days ago, and it's looking a bit clearer in terms of the general detail. Still a ridge of high pressure that comes through, but as suggested, these fronts are pushing their way in off the Atlantic with some speed, although a bit of a wave on the front out to the west of Ireland, slowing down the worst of the rain coming in. I'd suggest, though, Saturday is a general day of deteriorating, soonest in west and northwest Scotland, where low cloud and rain, preceded by some snow, comes in from the west. Elsewhere, Western Hills in England and Wales starting off maybe largely dry, but drizzly rain, bit of sleet at first on higher levels will just become more persistent, and the cloud tending to lower and fill in increasingly as the day is going on, and the winds strengthening progressively through the day to reach gale or even severe gale force through Saturday afternoon on many of the higher tops. So a general day of going downhill. Your best chance of staying driest with highest cloud bases for longer is across more eastern hills, across the Pennines and the eastern side of the Highlands. That cold front then on the move and moving away eastwards into the Low Countries by Sunday, back in a chilly westerly flow. Then it's a similar regime to what we've been used to recently. It's showers, it's some snow and some hail, chance of an isolated rumble of thunder, particularly around coastal hills. Those showers, starting off mostly around western coasts, will then advance their way further inland and eastwards through into the afternoon. So many places likely to see something of a shower during the course of the day. The wind speed's a bit varied, gusty around showers, local lulls maybe, but feeling cold in exposure. Into the new week, and the next frontal system is knocking on the door from the Atlantic. Timing and detail uncertain, but may start to encroach in through the day with deteriorating conditions, strengthening winds and some rain preceded by snow. Now, if that low tracks a little bit further southwards, it might be that the lift of freezing level never quite gets to the northern half of Scotland, so a scope for another substantial snowfall across the mountains at some point Monday, perhaps even later in the day, say. Again, just watch your timing at this stage. Those fronts then going eastwards into Tuesday, and once that cold front pushes back southeastwards again, we're all back in that cold westerly flow, with a spell of rain and upland snow on its back edge, followed by areas of snow and hail showers, and again chance of isolated thunder in some of those heavier showers coming in, particularly across Scotland. Got to watch the absolute detail. The strength and the position of the low will dictate the wind speed, as it might well be a spell of severe gales at some point in the early middle part of next week as this low moves through. The general westerlies seem to dominate. There was a glimmer a few days ago that higher pressure would start to build a bit more as the week goes on, but that seems to have gone out of many of the forecast models now. So another week of broadly wintry conditions, it must be said, on the mountains looks believable, which I guess is no bad thing after the earlier winter season, which was rather poor in terms of cold weather. The suggestion I would go with further ahead is that high pressure around the Azores does want to have a bit of a go at building with time. It might be, say, towards next weekend that we start to find something trying to settle down. But for now, it looks as though a broadly westerly pattern is what is here to stay. So more of the same of what we've just been used to. Maybe not quite the severity in terms of constant precipitation, but still frequent enough, particularly across western mountains, to keep topping up some snow and some hail on that existing coverage across particularly the Scottish Highlands. So stay up to date with your local details every day on our website. I'll update the video for the week ahead again on Monday. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.